Metal Gear Solid 2, Solid Snake once said, find something to believe in and find it for yourself. When you do, pass it on to the future. And in today's video, I think it's important that I share my truth. I find what I believe in and what I think you should also find your way with. It's going to be a direct deep dive into some really serious things, personal stuff, as well as some liberating stuff as a Metal Gear Solid fan. And hopefully it'll help you guys become the superheroes of your video game life. And important that I share it. For a long time now, I've been making content not only for Metal Gear, but with other channels for other different kinds of games. And I've always just shared my passion. And I ended up stumbling upon some great people along the way and great things. I haven't shared everything with you guys. And I don't want to say it's selfish, and I don't want to say I regret it, but I do believe it's time to be unselfish and to not hold back and not have regrets. And this video is definitely one of those moments for me. Basically, I have truth to be told. So here we go. When I was 19 years old, before that in high school, I was doing a hip hop class with my teacher, which inspired us to do a hip opera, a big play that was in the hip hop form. And then when I was 19, I started doing workshops for different high schools in New York and in Massachusetts. And I had a lot of fun kind of sharing with the kids things like the history of hip hop, teaching history, teaching English, aka how to write songs and do things of that nature, the poetic nature of it, and then also helping them create hip operas themselves. It was a fun thing that I did casually without really thinking about it too heavily, and it led to colleges calling me in to do some lectures. It just was some passion that I truly was humbled to be able to do, and I'm still very much humbled to that nature. And the reason this is important is because little did I know that my whole life was leading up to this very moment and to the future of this channel or my personal life as well. Over 10 years ago, I met an amazing guy that I'm going to call Mr. B, and he recommended a charity. And what was amazing is he did not know I would always volunteer in different charities, and I'm not in charities, I'm sorry, in different locations like homeless shelters, veteran shelters. It's something I've been doing for a very long time. And when he asked me, I was just getting started with the gaming stuff, and we ended up hosting very cool things for Operation Supply Drop. I ended up connecting them to Ubisoft so that they can do a charity. I can do the charity for them. And to this day, they're still doing charities. And the reason I start off with this is because it was just a seed I planted. I said, hey, I love the division. Can we do a charity for it? And they said, sure. What's the charity? And that was where I introduced this charity, which was for veterans. And I'm not a veteran, but I support and love the veterans. It was just a great cause, and I thought, cool. But 10 years later, they're still supporting that in different ways. I thought that was amazing. And wow, a little gesture of an email sparked something special. And I'm not a big creator, I'm not rich, not famous, just somebody that cared. And the truth was, from that point on, I did other things for things like Extra Life, which is for hospitals. And you can do this too, by the way, where you can find a local hospital that you want to support and basically raise money for it. And you don't have to do much. You can just post it on social media, send it to your friends and family, or whatever the case may be. There's many ways to support. And this video isn't a promotion for one or the other charity, by the way. You might have a charity that you think is good. It doesn't have to be a charity. It could be just a shelter that might need support, right? Maybe they need you to volunteer time, or maybe they need you to promote it for an event where they need volunteers. plenty of different ways you can go about this, but it does exist, and it can be something directly that affects you in your life, whether it's somebody that's a veteran in your life, somebody that's in the hospital or suffering from some illness that you want to donate to that research or charity, whether it is other things that I've done, for example, education, very amazing stuff from build.org, where they have a nonprofit organization for entrepreneurs, and they are all over the US, 50 plus states, bunch of programs everywhere. And it's basically a program for these schools to use and develop a lot of great things. On top of that, the best part is they have a video game that they made for the students, and it is public. You can check it out on the website, but also you can get involved in many different ways outside of that as well. And this is not the only place. There's hundreds of locations that do this. I've been able to help these places without having some so-called resource of financial millions of dollars. I don't have a big following where I've got millions and millions of people. I'm not doing anything crazy, just giving some time and some effort, helping manage, helping organize, helping, you know, create new programs and systems for the stuff that I've been able to do, sharing it with them and being able to give back in some form or fashion. These are real life places that are affecting lives in positive ways and that make a big difference in these people's lives. And yes, you might not have the time. I promise there's people watching this that are working 2 full-time jobs. They're probably watching while they're working. They don't got the energy to be anywhere else. I know what that's like. I've worked 2 full-time jobs for a very long time. It's exhausting. The truth is, you probably don't have the money if you're working 2 jobs to be giving out for free. But the truth is, you can $20 instead of going to the store and buying some snacks one day. Use that $20 to give back in some form. And also your time. If you're free on the weekend and you can just give away 4 hours to this spot, maybe it's a veteran spot or a homeless shelter. Where I live, there's a veteran spot right up the street that I can help out at. Or 2 towns down, takes me about 15-20 minutes to get there, but they actually have a homeless shelter where you can really help and volunteer at. And those are the kind of things that I will do when I have the chance to do so. Now, this is something you can do that way, or you can just go online to some of the links that I'll share, as well as I encourage anybody and everybody to go into the comments and share a cause that you know is great. Don't put the link, but just share the name of the cause and why it's good. And I'll look into it and I'll probably add it into the description. The comment section is protected from links, so don't spam anything in there. That's why I said just mention the name of what it is and I will gladly post it as well. I'm going to make a list in the description of all the very cool charities that you should look into. There's way more than I would say. And again, it might be something just for you. There's family members who have suffered different illnesses that I would love to support that I haven't got the chance to because there's so many different great causes. I've been busy with this one or that one, and there's so many different ways to go about it. And personally, you know, helping with hospitals with the Extra Life, for example, has been a beautiful thing. Going to the children's hospital and helping with music, playing the guitar a little bit, and then helping them host a gaming event there. These type of things are humbling and really eye-opening to make me realize there's so many people suffering and we can give back and do more and help the world in some, whether it's small or big way, to make a big difference. And so it's on you to do so. And you are in control of that. You have the power. I know it might be tiring. If you're like me, you get tired. You just want to lay down and play a video game half the time. You get off work, you just want to lay down. You know, if not, you got a lover to deal with, a pet, a baby, a family, and it's too much, overwhelming at times. But I promise you, if you take that time, it'll fulfill your heart, fill your spirit. And I think I just wanted to record and share this with my community. I never directly just said it to you guys. There are times I've hosted events for these people and never shared what that is, do a bunch of stuff behind the scenes and never put it out in the public. And I think it was time that I did so. And so today's the day. And I want to actually also just encourage you to reach out, even if it's to me, to just chat about some of this stuff and open your mind and heart and kind of discuss it. Because guess what? I'm just like you. I don't feel like it sometimes, or I'm dealing with my own problems. I got a lot of things to work on. It's a real life out here, and I feel it. I understand. So you are not alone. And I want to share something from Metal Gear Solid. Naomi Hunter once said, she said, "You mustn't allow yourself to be chained to fate, to be ruled by your genes. Human beings can choose the kind of life that they want to live. What's important is that you choose life and then live." One of my favorite quotes from that game. And all of the Metal Gear games are about anti-war, yes, but they're also about living your life. And at the end, you know, Solid Snake, Big Boss, and all these guys are being told to go live. And it's the message that Kojima and Konami put together to share with us, to do more and to be more and to be the real heroes. Because all of this extra glory, fame, and fortune, it's gonna pass, and it isn't fulfilling the way this is. And so I wanted to share it because I realized maybe it isn't selfish and I don't regret keeping it all private of what I've done, but I realized I should publicize it more to help others realize, hey, wow, he's making a difference in some kind of way. Maybe I could too. You know, this is pretty cool. And so in the future, I will be displaying it, trying to find different ways to implement it into my channel where it's fun and entertaining. I don't know if this video is going to do any numbers. I had to share this with you guys and be open with you and give you the feeling and the vibe and appreciate your time and energy. So another quote from Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots. It says, for Big Boss, by the way, he says, "Leave the earth as it is. Respect the will of others and believe in your own. This is good, isn't it? Well, let's do that together. Let's work on it. I believe in you, and I'm grateful to my community and to all the new people who come along and also try to get involved with this in whatever way. I don't have any ties directly with these companies. I don't own them. I don't got stocks in them. I'm not profiting off of them. Sharing it because I realize I need to do more of this and give back in better ways with my content as well. So thank you so much for your time. Appreciate your energy. Check out the description for all the links and let me know which one you want to get involved with and help me see more and be a part of them as well, because I've already done things with almost all of the ones that I'm gonna leave in the comments. Right? Peace. Take care. Adios.